Okay, I went over this in an earlier video, but I really wanted to go into some more detail on it. How do you find a nether fortress? I think the best way to do it is just to go in and do it like you would do it. Build a nether gate, step on in and see what we find. So we will be using creative to start, just so we can give our guy some armor. But we'll take whatever we get here, whatever kind of world. Okay. Go with iron armor, because you ought to be able to get iron armor pretty quickly in the game. Diamond tools for the same reason. Really shouldn't have any trouble getting diamond tools early in the game. Into survival. Let's go see what we got on the other side here. Okay, first things first, what's the sun doing? So it's to the left and right of our gate. That's the east. It's the west. Either one of those directions to find our nether fortresses. Okay, this has happened before. We're going to go ahead and start over. Because, yeah. Alright, we'll get rid of that one. We'll start new. Alright, let's give it another shot here. Oh, look at that. An island. Okay. Alright, same thing as before. We've given ourselves the basic tools. We've got iron armor on us. This time we're taking gravel with us so we can get ourselves down to levels too far down to fall towards. So let's go see what we've got. Let's see what direction the sun is working for us here. Where the heck is... Oh, there we are. All right, so east and west, run left and right. All right, so good news is we did not stumble into a nether fortress immediately adjacent. Immediately adjacent to the gate. All right, so we're going to go this way. We have the most landscape to explore, so why not? Because in the nether fortresses run on a line that is north and south. It is not continuous, but kind of choppy. So exploration east or west will eventually bring you to a nether fortress, provided You are neither too close to the bottom of the nether nor too close to the top. You'd like to be kind of in the middle. Oh, farts. So, apparently I'm pretty good at stumbling into nether fortresses right there. All right. Let's try again. Here we go. Okay, so it's a good sign we didn't land immediately next to another fortress again. So, we're going to go this way. Just as soon as we are out of range of our gate, we'll build one of our first markers. It tells us to go this way. So, in the nether... Oh, farts! Are you kidding me? Jiminy Christmas. Wow. This is an embarrassment of riches. It shouldn't be that easy. All right. Once again, left and right are east and west. So no sign of another fortress that way. Nothing terribly obvious that way. Let's go this way. It just says, go back that direction. All right, in the nether fortresses lay out north and south axis. Therefore, heading east to west is your best chance of finding a nether fortress. How far apart they generate, I don't know. Hundreds of blocks, thousands of blocks, I don't know. The answer's on the internet. Look it up. You'd like to find yourself somewhere in the middle of the nether, not too far to the top, not too far to the bottom. Generally, if you generate on the overworld near your spawn point at the surface, you seem to kind of show up in the middle, which is a good spot to go hunting for nether fortresses. Use our stones to... get a staircase. This will serve as a nice reminder of where we are. And so now our goal is just to go, I suppose this is west. We'll just go west for a while. Now, this is going to be about the 5th time I have stumbled right into a nether fortress. So I would conclude if I find another fortress this close again, maybe they're a lot closer than I've been ever having luck finding them. I don't know. One thing a trip to the nether is going to get you, a lot of nether wreck. I think what you have to be careful about is that you don't end up missing another fortress by kind of, you can imagine the gaps between the beginning and ending of another fortress being, you know, a couple hundred blocks in each direction. You could literally be walking right through a nether fortress. Now I'm using quartz blocks for markers because we started in creative mode. You'll probably have a lot of cobblestone, and cobblestone from a distance can be confused for gravel, which generates naturally in the nether. So sometimes I'd be doing mining for a long time. I go ahead and I utilize diorite or andesite or something else that I polish up. It's a little harder to confuse with the little harder to get confused with the background. Why come to the nether? Well, if you want to do brewing, you need blaze rods. You want blaze rods? You need a nether fortress. Because you need blazes. They only generate in a nether fortress. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. So here is where this comes into handy. Don't burn through your marker stones doing too much construction, okay? Take advantage of all the free nether wreck. But that's a pretty good eye marker there. That's gonna, I mean, especially in quartz. Now, of course, it's ironic because the only way to get quartz would be to have come here. But we're playing with house money for the moment. But we are only wearing iron armor. This is to be expected after a little bit of mining, that you could get iron armor. And diamond equipment, because it's to be expected you could get enough diamond to make your typical tools. Now, can you come here with iron? Of course. You'll need to bring some extra bits and pieces with you because iron wears out. You do not want to wind up in the nether with no gear, okay? Because there's nothing here to help you make new gear. You know, you might get a sword off of a zombie pigman. Have some patience. Don't fire that arrow. By the way, there's a bug that's been happening. You shoot into soul sand, it does that, and you can't get your arrow back. And then you have to listen to this until they despawn. Don't be in such a hurry to shoot that arrow at the ghast that you don't take advantage of the fact that the ghast is going to shoot a returnable projectile in the name of a fireball right at you. So let that fireball come, shoot it back, and then try and get off your shot, if you can. Don't forget to stop and look around. Nether fortresses, you might be, like I said, you might be in the split. You might be in that part of the world that exists between two nether fortresses. Now, another piece of advice, you don't want to get wandering out on these thin edges here and start tunneling. When you're tunneling, you can't see anything. You'd have to hope that you tunneled right into a nether fortress. So try and find places where you can get above or below and have a view. Those guys there are a pain in the ass. They do drop magma slime, I think it's called, or I can never think of the name of. Those are magma cubes. But they drop something that'll help you make fire resistance potion. And since one of the things you can do in the Nether is get the gear to make a brewing stand and start making potions, kill them. But they're kind of a pain in the ass. Best technique, shoot them with an arrow, and then they'll split into smaller pieces just like slime in the overworld, and then kite the smaller pieces because they hit hard and they hit quicker than you think they should. Now, if I wander in an easterly or westerly direction for long enough and I don't stumble across Nether Fortress, I go back and try the other direction. I'm lazy. I pick the most... Oh, that bugs me. I picked the easiest direction to start, which may not, of course, be the best direction. But I'm starting to feel like we've gone far enough if we were going to find one. Now, theoretically, it's not even a theory, it's a fact. You keep going east or west forever and ever and ever, you will find a Nether Fortress. If they generate low, and you're staying low, you'll find a low one. If they're generating high, you'll find a high one if you stay high. You know what I mean.
Dude.
We're out of his range. Don't shoot the zombie pigmen. You hit one zombie pigman, you anger them all. As soon as you make a strike, you run away, draw them to you. They're tough to get when they're hopping. Okay. So there we got magma cream. That'll help you make a potion of fire resistance. You can swim, literally swim in lava. Now it's my opinion that they ought to allow you to make a boat for this game. I would suggest it be a complicated recipe that involves a potion of fire resistance and an iron boat. But now you can see how much work it's going to be to get down there. And so our question has to be, do we want to keep going? But it's my opinion, yes, you'll eventually find a Nether Fortress, but you need to come and go to this. Aha! Ba-ba-da! All right, there it is. Mission accomplished. I only filmed like 2 or 3 accidental immediate discoveries, but believe it or not, this is the eighth piece of film I shot. The prior 7, Nether Fortress within a couple hundred blocks. So this is proof that you keep going, you will get there. Goodies inside include those blazes and their blaze rods, those wither skeletons and the wither skeleton head, which you need 3 of to summon the wither. Blaze spawners, which are great because they generate a ton of XP in a short amount of time. Boxes full of loot. Oh my gosh, the list goes on and on. Lots of nice stuff inside the Nether Fortress. There's a blaze spawner over there in the distance. And of course, Nether Wart. What would the game be without Nether Wart? I think we'll take a quick examination of this, but I'm going to stop for now. I have to mow the lawn, believe it or not.